There's a saying, life will out. When we're souls having a human experience, all of our souls plan everything so that we can see ourselves and improve ourselves, which I know is happening right now. And something I had to accept is that we have to explore our depths, our darkest parts, which then catapult us to our heights. We have to surrender to the feminine, to the emotions, and gain the kinetic energy that creates. And because we're an energy body, we're a soul, laws of physics apply. And that surrender and that kinetic energy we gain from the surrender is what catapults us to our next mountaintop. And that's learning to surf the waves of life. And we went into a deep, dark wave, but we had to go that deep and dark to expand our consciousness to include enlightenment for all, which is, I'm the reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. That's one of the things I'm doing. When I expanded my emotional range to include enlightenment, I'm the emotional center of the collective on earth, then that naturally influences all other souls. So that's what's coming. Enlightenment is coming. Progress. When progress comes from the mind and not the soul, it's short-term thinking. So all of the wisdom and knowledge in the universe is stored in every single soul. And our hearts, the neurological system in our hearts is far more complex than our brains. And our hearts send far more signals to our brains the other way around. But when we close down our hearts with fear, guilt, and shame, then all we're left with is our brain is a top-down approach. God gave humans dominion over animals and nature. I'm arguing that that's indicative of a human with a closed heart. I mean, nature is feminine, right? The repression and lack of understanding of the feminine. But when we repress the feminine so much, we get things like trans kids, which I would say, from a mother's perspective and in my spiritual understanding, that was our deepest, darkest moment, is trans kids, that telling kids, I don't know who you are. You get to decide who you are. And we might just need to cut off your genitals and give you medication for the rest of your life. But that's how you can stop yourself from committing suicide. That's the only way. I mean, we only had surgery the past couple hundred years, and humans have been here for millions. So how? But that was a very shame, that amount of shame, guilt, and fear, and just lack of understanding, that amount of darkness. We had to go there because that amount of darkness, the kinetic energy gained from going that dark, is what catapulted us to the collective being able to experience the emotion of enlightenment. Yeah, enlightenment's an emotion.